Hi, thanks for your time today. Welcome to this Enea nanocast. What we're talking about today is the real state of 5G architecture and deployments. This is based on a survey of our customers in the 5G market and in telecom space, and for what their attitude is for major things like diversification of vendors, what's their approach for subscriber data management, the control plane components, and what's their attitude about moving to the cloud and beyond to the edge. So the first question, rather simply, is how would you describe your overall strategy and architecture for 4 and 5G subscriber data management? These are the core components for authorization, authentication, data storage, the data that makes the network work. And so it was quite interesting in the results in respect of that. Again, survey of the operator communication service provider community. A lot, 1/3 of the customer base wanted to stay with their existing vendor, but actually also 1/3 and more of the community wanted to try different vendors in that space. In other words, to diversify, to break out of their existing suppliers and try and change their architecture. So our insight here is the market's fairly evenly split, those who stay and those who want to change. So our second question is, which of the following are true in deploying your 5G core? So are you going to stay with your existing framework, or really are you going to stay, and we describe that as vendor lock-in in the question, that's why you see that on the right-hand side, or will you move to a new architecture? And so you can see that even though the existing vendor has some issues perhaps on cost and flexibility, you can see 15.6% have issues in terms of increased cost in terms of deploying 5G. Actually, over the operator community will stay with that vendor. I would guess primarily because of risk or relationships. The 42% of the operator community also then, in a different group, want to change and move out of that single vendor dependency and diversify more. The third question was, what are the top 3 issues? What's important to you from working with a more diverse architecture? And the answer here is a little bit more interesting because as you can see from the right-hand side here, that it's about the classic problems of working a multi-vendor strategy or a more diverse approach about working together and the skill set. So our insight here is that at a practical level, and we asked some additional questions in respect of this, at a practical level, 40% of the customer base want open interfaces, but actually only 17%. So only half of that, if you like, wanted to see full 3GPP compliance. That's the standard body that governs all of this. So they want practical, from our perspective, the insight is that they want practical interoperation of components. They don't want full compliance for the sake of it. They want systems to work together. Our survey results are available at enea.com. And thanks for your time today.